What you're looking at right here is a 2-inch thick bone-in ribeye steak picked up at the local grocery store. I'll just be seasoning this up with some oil. That's some olive oil, and some salt and pepper. Now I'm using kosher salt. I'll just put a couple pinches, not so much for myself, and a couple pinches of fresh ground pepper on the steak. Just rub it all over. And go ahead and repeat on the other side. Here's my Stok Drum Grill, and it's been preheating while I've been prepping my steak for about 30-40 minutes now, and it's getting a high heat because I'm using the charcoal container that's provided by the Stok in the center as a concentrated heat source. I flipped it upside down and used that funnel shape to create a concentrated heat for the steak, for a good sear on the steak. And I've been heating a cast iron skillet on the hot coals for after I sear the steak. I'll be using that skillet. So here's the ribeye on the grill. I'll be cooking these 1 minute on each side. I'll be flipping after each minute. I'll be flipping it 4 times. After 4 minutes, I'll be putting it on the cast iron skillet and let it cook for additional 8 to 12 minutes, depending on how you like your steak, the doneness of your steak. If you like it nice, medium rare, try 7 to 8 minutes after you sear the steak, and then you should get a nice bloody steak. Since this whole steak is about 2 pound, almost 2 pounds, I'll be sharing this with my wife, and she doesn't like it so bloody, so I'll be cooking this steak to about a medium. I usually enjoy my steaks medium rare, but I'll have to wait another day for a nice medium rare steak. So as you can see, that heat from the charcoal is hot, and you're getting lots of flames because the ribeye has a lot of fat in it burning off and going into the charcoals, creating the flame, but it creates a nice crust on the steak. You can see how red those coals are. And here we go, another flip. This is the second flip. So this is the 3rd time, and I did do a quarter turn after that flip to get a nice cross marks on the steak with that sear. As you can see on that top part of the steak, a nice sear. And the next flip will be the last flip, and then after that I will be putting it on the cast iron skillet. So let that go for a whole minute. I use my cell phone on me to watch the time. Minute goes really fast when you're cooking at a high heat. But and this video is in real time, not fast forwarding or anything, or slow moing it. So there we go. Here we go, another flip, and check out those nice cross marks on the steak. And then once you put it onto the cast iron skillet, it's been nice and hot. The cast iron skillet's probably 500-600 degrees, and you'll get a nice crust, more crust on the steak, and you'll still have those the grill marks on the steak after you transfer it there when you're for the finished product. So you get a nice crusty crusty steak, and um, that that's one of my favorite parts of the steak, the outside crust. You can see all that smoke and fire going up on the steak. So that's about it for the searing. Almost done. Here we go. Nice cross marks on there. Sticking it on the cast iron skillet, and I'll be closing the lid and letting it go for. I'll check it out after 7 minutes. See how done it is. After 7 minutes, here's the steak. Got some oils rising to the top and some of those juices rising to the top of the steak. Nice shiny steak right there. And you got a bunch of those oils, the drippings on the pan now. I didn't oil up the pan or anything before hand. It was a nice dry pan because it was on the heat. And now it's full of meat juices. So the steak is kind of soft. Look at all that charring on, or that crust on that that outer layer of the steak. Nice crunchiness on there. So with that feel, I think I'll let it go a couple more minutes since my wife is eating this, and give it a nice crust on the other side too for just that little time in that indirect heat. So here it is. Let it go another 2 minutes, and I'll be taking the steak off the heat now, and I'll be letting it rest for about 10 minutes on the chopping board before I slice into this nice juicy 2-inch ribeye steak. Alright, steak's inside on the plate, and I will be tinning it with some aluminum foil and let that rest for nice, like I said, 10 minutes. Alright, 10 minutes up. My stomach's been growling. Steak's ready. Got some juices on the plate now from the steak. Ready to slice it up on the chopping board. Let's slice it up. Nice pink color on that ribeye. Something my wife will eat. She won't have a problem eating it. Maybe not so much towards the bone, but the front portion should be good for her. And don't waste that bone. You got lots of flavor on that bone, so don't just chuck it in the trash can. Alright, all done slicing it up, and I'll take a try at my steak right now. Take a couple nibbles from that meat. Look at that color. Just right. Just right for this size of steak. Nice juicy steak. Good stuff. There's the end. A little less pink, more brownish, more done, but not chewy. Not chewy at all. Very good. This is one of the best steaks I've made so far. I've cooked a lot of steaks in my days, and I think this is one of the better methods of cooking steaks. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Bye, guys.